Welcome class to your Chapter 6 assignments video. This video is going to cover Blooms and Bulbs, TripSmart, and Coffee Shop. So just a reminder that if you haven't done so already, you're going to need to go ahead and click on this zip file. And in that zip file, you're going to copy workshops, okay, so workshops to Blooms, catalog to TripSmart, and then CSS template to your Coffee Shop folder. Okay, so coming into the Blooms directions on pages 42, 43, and 44. Okay, so here is the modifications to the directions. These are the directions. So this section right here, create a page using a fluid grid layout, that's where we're getting the file from the zip file. So that workshops.html, placing it over our existing workshops, okay? Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add and position divs. So as you step through this, you're going to see these are the same steps that we did for striped umbrella. Okay, and then we'll go on to the next page. There's a lot of directions because we got to create the table. So when we're talking about creating the table, what I want you to do is create 6 rows instead of 5. Okay, and then just follow the directions right here. When you are applying the workshop date class, make sure you apply it to the TD, okay, and not to the cell contents. So looking at the code here, it should say TD class equal workshop date, okay? If you were to apply it to the cell contents, your image is going to be fairly large, okay? So this feature, this right here is going to be a fairly large image. Okay, so just make sure that it looks like this. Okay, and when you're done, it'll look like this in live view, and it will go ahead and adjust in a responsive way. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about TripSmart next. So TripSmart again is going to back off on the amount of directions, and it's going to have you apply. Okay, so again, step number 3 is where you're getting the catalog file from the zip file. Okay, and then you're just going to start on step 5. Okay, going through and basically doing the same types of steps. So we're creating the catalog page on this one. So catalog looks like this. Okay, if you want, you can go ahead and apply a style that will go ahead and center the contents. Okay. I have a note here that says if the table, okay, if your table appears outside of the layout, okay, out of your page layout there, you're missing fluid on the table underscore div. Okay, so make sure you're prefixing with fluid when you're inserting divs into your layout. Number 38 on page 46 says add selectors of your own or edit any of the selector properties used for the table to customize the page. And so for again example, centering, that's your text dash align center in your text category on your CSS designers panel. When you add in the small, don't copy like we did the instructions for striped umbrella were, don't copy, but add a table selector. Okay, or if it exists already, just make sure that you're not having code that repeats itself. If it's in global, remember it inherits down. So the only thing that we need to adjust here is your font size to medium. Okay, lastly, we'll talk about CS template. Okay, so we're going to download that, and then you're going to create a new page. Okay, so remember you have 6 pages that will be required by the end of the semester. And so you'll want to use this template to go ahead and create a new page. Okay, and all the instructions are on page 51 that you can use to go ahead and create that page. Let me get there. Okay, so here, and then here's your website checklist. Make sure that when you download the zip files that you're adding page titles, because I did not provide you a page title. Okay, so make sure you give a page title for workshops, for catalog, for cafe, and for your coffee shop page that you'll be creating. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know.